Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today again with another face of the week. And today I'm going to start with my face. So I've been mixing these two. The Juvias Place Radiance Booster in shade 2 and my Dior, I think it's in shade 7. And I've been liking the combination of the two so far. I'm more generous with the Juvias Place, and then I go in with with the Radiance Booster. So my son is home from school. He starts back summer school tomorrow, but for now he's home. He's sleeping. He's right across from me, but I swear I think he has like a radar for me. He could be sleeping as sound as possible, and it's like I get up and next thing you know, I'll hear him. I mean, he's nonverbal, but he'll make his little grunts. And that's it for me. So that's why I'm sort of like, not really whispering, but like, I don't want to be too loud. Because it's like he hears in his sleep. All right, now I'm color correcting with my Nars in Sunfire. Oh my God, I think I hear him. Whew, girl. And I love this. I'm gonna repurchase Sunfire because like I keep saying, I don't love my Huda Beauty. I try to use it here and there just to use it since I never brought it back. But I definitely prefer this one. All right, so when I packed my little tray, I was like, let me find like a as far as price, mid-level foundation that I haven't used in a while. So I went with the Nars, the Longwear Radiant, and I remember this foundation had me in a chokehold. So I said, you know what, let me bring it out. I haven't used it in so long. The spout is small, so I do like 3 little pumps, and I have it in the shade Macao. I'm generally Macao in Nars. And I said, you know what? I used to love this. Let me bring it back out. And this is why I love this series, because you really get to use stuff you haven't used in a while. And this I know for sure I love. This is such a good foundation. See how pretty that is? The finish is really, really nice. And it does last a long time. I haven't finished my brows yet. I like to finish my brows after I powder like my lid. So just ignore. They're not even yet because this one especially I have to fill in. It never grows as much hair as the other one. Then for concealer, I brought out my L'Oreal, the True Match, the Serum Concealer. Because remember, I was just using this so much and then I put it down. So I said, you know what, let me bring it back out today. I'm putting some of my lids as well. Because this is good and it's very reasonably priced. I have gotten mine from Ulta. And I was saying I would go back, just like I was saying I would go back and get a lighter shade of the Win. I never went back to get a lighter shade, but this is fine. So I purchased the Danessa Myricks concealer because I'm leaving on my vacation this week, and this is what I was afraid of because I called my girl at Sephora. I have a girl at Sephora. She's so nice. Anyway, they weren't gonna have it in this week. She says, I think she said it was online this week or something like that, and she wasn't exactly sure when next week. So I had to purchase online because ideally I wanted to sneak in store and get it because I was like, I'm gonna get up early if my son wakes up. maybe I can bring him, let my other son, because he's home, stay in the car. I was planning all these things, you know, just to do a review on a damn concealer. But so when she told me that, I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead. So they had early access on the app on Monday. And so I ordered. But my problem is, if it comes after I leave, I have to wait until I come back from vacation to film, which I really don't want to, but it may have to end up being that way. All right, so yeah, talking about the concealer. So I have to hope for early shipping notification at this point. If I get an early shipping notification. So for cream bronzer, I'm going in with Fenty's her cream bronzer. This is in chocolate. This I haven't reached for in a while as well. I'm gonna use a sponge for this, see how I like it. I got this e.l.f. Oh, this is cool. I don't know. In my head, my memory, I thought it was warmer. All right, doesn't matter. Has a nice, not slippery texture. It's more like a drier cream, which I like. So, oh, I like this. Put it on with the sponge, and this is an e.l.f. sponge because you know I just use the other e.l.f. sponge, and I thought this one would be as nice as that. It's not. This one is very stiff. I mean, I'm using it dry for a reason because, you know, but even when it's wet, it's not as spongy as this one. And I hate that. I don't like that. All right. So if you guys don't see a review this week, because I'm leaving on vacation very soon, I'll do it when I come back. Hopefully, if I get a shipping notification, I get it. I'll do it and I'll post it before I leave. All right. So what I've been doing, like after I'm done with like creams, since I've been liking this whole technique I discovered, putting the highlighter and then the blush, I've been using the cream highlighter from Danessa Myricks in Incognito, and I've been putting it down before powder, like all over my cheek, and I'm being very generous with it. And I've been using this and the highlighter duo from Patrick Ta a lot lately because I love it. So I've been putting this down so it'll have like that glow from within, and I've also been putting some like on the tip of my nose, and then I go in with powder. All right. So for under eye powder, you guys know I purchased the One Size Rich Peach, and I love it. I love it so much. I bought Ultra Peach. Do not judge, because Ultra Peach is a little lighter. And I said, you know what? I have Ultra Pink, I have Rich Peach, I might as well just finish it up with Ultra Peach. So I'm going to use Ultra Peach today. But I do love using a pressed powder before I set. I mean, before I bake, because I think these are like such good baking powders as well. I don't remember how they're, what's the word I'm looking for? How they market it, but I love them as baking powders. All right, so this has me in a chokehold right now. And I think this was just sitting there. So this is the Pat McGrath. I've used it on, I think this is like the third time I'm going to use it. And this is in the shade Yellow. Whew, my chair. Sometimes I feel as though like I'm stuck on it. So I'm going in with the shade Yellow. And I'm just going to set down. And I also put it up on my eye. Don't be afraid, especially with this one, it oxidizes. All right, so let's try. I haven't tried it. The Ultra Pink. I'm obsessed with these powders all of a sudden. Like, my Natasha Denona is just sitting there. I mean, I think I'm saying Ultra Pink. Ultra Peach, Rich Peach, Ultra Peach. So, all right, let's go in with Ultra Peach. Let's see if we like it, which I think I will. And I love baking, guys. Love it. All right, now I'm gonna get to bake properly here. Oh, this is nice. It has a nice slight peachy undertone. At some point, I'm gonna mix them together and see how I like it. Like one on top of each other. Oh, something is itching my nose. And I'm not like afraid to put a lot of baking powder because it doesn't look crazy when you dust it off. All right, so it's been baking for a while because I did my brow. So I said, you know what, let me just complete it. Let's use all over dark deep because I like to put my all over powder before I remove the baking powder. And this I didn't really use that much either, but now that I have the others and I like the formula, well, at least for under eye, I said, no, let me bring this out. Since I'm at it, but I love these powders. If you're on TikTok, I mean, I got all of mine from Sephora, but I see the TikTok, people keep saying it's 10% off in the TikTok shop. I had already purchased, so. All right, let's dust off Ultra Peach. I love this too. Love the undertone. Nice and brightening as well. You did a good job with these powders. I was sleeping on them. I really was. Because I had the deep for a while and the ultra pink and it was sitting there. Alright guys, so as usual, I'm going to take a break from my face and I'm going to start on my eyes. So I'm going to do a lazy eye look today because I'm crunched for time and I think my son is going to be up at any time. So I just brought out my good old trusty, my Patrick. I'm ashamed to show you guys how disgusting it looks. And I'm going to do a quick eye look. So as usual, I'm taking my little flat, this precise brush. And I'm just going to carve out like this part right here. It's so easy, especially like if you're not good at doing eyeshadow. It just gives you like a guide. Yep, I think I hear him stirring. Good Lord. And then once I see that line, I just go in with my little compact fluffy brush. And, oh, let me show you guys. So I use this one to carve out. And now I'm going to use my favorite shade, which is this shade. The one that looks the most used. Well, that and the other two at the end. And what I'm basically going to do is just blend under that line and on that line at the same time. And since I did my face first, I'm also going to come underneath. And that's pretty much it. And just blend all the way into the corners. Then I'm gonna mix these two for my brow bone, the two on the end. This is, I mean, I've had a few matte palettes. This is my favorite matte palette of all time. No hyperbole. It really is. I love it so much. So easy to use. The shades are perfect. I mean, some shades obviously I use more than others, but for me, this is like, if you're looking for the perfect matte eyeshadow palette, it's the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3. All right, so for my inner tear duct, I'm just gonna take, and this is like such a quick eye look. I'm gonna take one of the shades in the new Natasha Denona Golden palette. Maybe, let's see, which one is more like, because I don't want the yellow. Okay, this one. I'll take this one on the bottom right here and just put it in the inner tear duct. I just came a little closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna put it right here for that little pop of color. See, so it's nothing fancy and it still looks pretty. All right, so I'll go in with lashes and liner, and I'll be right back to finish up the rest of the face. Okay guys, back with lashes and liner. So I was thinking, what powder bronzer? And I said, you know what, I haven't used my Victoria Beckham Bronzing Brick in a while. I have the shade 04. And I'm gonna mix in a little bit of the Dior to get some shine and a little bit more depth. But remember this, I remember when I did my review, I was thinking it was gonna be too light, and it wasn't. I love the packaging. It's very heavy, very luxurious. 04. I'm just going to, and it shows up, so like, I mean, this is old now. I think pretty much people bought it, but I would say if you're my complexion, you can go right ahead, because as you can see, it shows up. It shows up. I haven't used this in so long, and it's so good. Look at that. It looks really nice, and it's so smooth. See, I forgot how good this is. This is good. This is good. And this Nars foundation, oh, I love the way it's looking on my skin. See, I mean, you can literally see I put bronzer on and it doesn't look as deep in the pan. I don't know how she did this, but I commend her. I'm gonna go over top with the Dior. I was so tempted again to get the shade beneath this, but I'm like, no, stop it. But I like the undertone of it. It looks a bit, I probably think it probably will show up like how this Victoria Beckham is not that dark, but it shows up. I don't know. Maybe when this is like halfway, I'll give it a try. If you're thinking about it, get it. It's good. All right, so for blush, I am throwing it all the way back to MAC. And I'm throwing it back to Sweet as Cocoa. Who remembers Sweet as Cocoa? Sweet, I was going through my stuff and I was like, what am I gonna use? I said, you know what? Let's use Sweet as Cocoa. I remember this was such a beautiful, and both of these here is Sweet as Cocoa. Nice and subtle, and it has a sheen to it. And I think it's popping more because I have the highlighter underneath. Aww. This is such nostalgia for me because when I first got into blush, because before I hated blush. You know, I thought blush would make me look like, you know, a lady of the night. A working girl. I mean, hey, get your money. You know what I mean, right? And then I discovered blush, and then keeping it MAC, look what I brought out. Gold Deposits highlighter. Who remembers Gold Deposit? I saw somebody of a lighter complexion use this as bronzer one day. And look, still has a full dome. I've had this. This is one of my, this and Soft and Gentle were my first two highlighter purchases, I think, over from MAC or from anybody. Oh, look at that. Gold Deposit is depositing. Oh, this is so pretty. MAC has me all in my feels. What a beautiful combination. Nice and bronzy. Look at me. Why am I putting more and more and more? Put some right there. We want to be all bronze and glowy. Well, we don't want a big splotch, but ah, this brings back so much memories. So many memories. All right, guys. All right, guys, let me tell you. This Nars foundation is my favorite. I used to love the Sheer Glow. When I reviewed The light reflecting, I loved it, and then I just went off of it. I gave it away. But this one, Sweet as Cocoa, MAC. All right. So since my cheeks looks a little bronzy reddish, I said, you know what, let's keep with that theme for the lips. So I'm going in with Charlotte Tilbury's Birkin Brown. I don't know if you guys remember this lipstick. I was feeling for this lipstick so bad when it first launched. This is like years ago. Like I had my stuff for like a long time. So this is Birkin Brown by Charlotte Tilbury. Let's see if I still love it, because I know it has a lot of red. Okay, so I guess I am wearing color because this looks super red. I don't even remember it being this red. It's supposed to be like a red brown, like a reddish burnt brown. It's looking super reddish burgundy-ish today. All right, guys. I don't see myself using like these types of undertones anymore, so I don't know if I would pull this back out. The Birkin Brown. I mean, it doesn't look bad with the makeup I did today, but I don't really see myself reaching for this. So at least I'm glad I got a little use out of it. But I enjoyed everything. And where is it? Ultra Peach. I'm glad I indulged. I love this too. Look at my under eye. It's so pretty. Get your stuff out. You can buy a little here and there, but you know, like how I've been buying those powders. Any excuse, right? But get your stuff out. I love how everything came out, but oh my gosh. Whenever that Nars foundation is finished, I will be repurchasing. This looks, I think it looks so nice on my skin. And gold deposit. I know you guys have gold deposit. Anyway, guys, enough of this rambling. Hopefully my next video is the review of the Danessa Myricks concealer before the week is out, because I'm leaving pretty soon. So I'm hoping I get a notification that I get it the next day. Like I really have to hope for that in order to have it up this week. But anyway, guys, just in case though I don't get it, I want to wish you guys a very happy 4th. Stay safe. Bye, guys.